Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicol Concilio and welcome to the video. So today we are doing something completely different. I have never done this in my whole 10 years on YouTube. We are going to be doing a completely unedited makeup tutorial. I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite products. We're going to be using a bunch of new things and hopefully I don't mess up my words, but that will be part of the fun, I guess. I'm so used to taking pauses. This is going to be hard for me. I hope that this is entertaining, but we're basically going to keep recording until my camera runs out. My camera stops recording at 24 minutes, so I'm going to have to stop then, but we will bring it back. That will be the only cut in all of this. So I guess, let's just get right into it because I feel like this is going to take me a long time and I am running out of things to say already. So let's go. We got to do our skin prep. This is the Rhode Glazing Milk. This is one of my favorite products, especially for skin prep. I love it specifically for underneath my makeup, but I also use it in my everyday skincare routine. I just love how thin it is. It dries down quickly and I don't really have to worry about my dry patches coming through. So we're just gonna rub this in and we gotta wait for it to dry. I normally do my brows before I do any skincare, but I am frazzled right now because I'm oh my God, I can't take breaks. I can't take pauses. So I'm a little frazzle-dazzled here. All right. Oh, I gotta help Mo. Guys, I gotta help Mo. He wants to go under his blankie and he needed help. Okay. All right, so for brows, I think I talked about this in my last video. One of my favorite brow products right now is this Anastasia ArchiBrow, and I use the shade Chocolate, and it's got the most fine tip out there. It's amazing, and a lot of creators either love this or they hate it. I love it. I will say I do wish the colors were a little bit more cool toned, specifically for me because I just have a more cool tone brow and cool tone hair in general. So what I do is I always start in the front and I flick her. That sounded really wrong, but I flick it up and sometimes it's hard to talk when I do my brows. I also have a pimple that's been sitting here for, I don't know, it's taking up fucking residence now. I should start charging it rent. It's been here for 2.5 weeks at this point, and it's really frustrating because it is a stubborn one. No matter how many pimple patches I use, this bitch wants to stay here. It's ridiculous. And I basically just focus on the lower part of my brow and then, just make a soft arch at the top there. And then I brush my brow hairs upwards like this. And that's pretty much all I do for my brows because I do a fluffy, messy type of brow. Especially because I have curly brow hairs, it just makes it easier to kind of go with the flow and do those curly ass brows. You know what I mean? Just kind of let them be where they be. And this is my better brow these days. It used to be the horrible brow, but now it is a much better brow. I just like the shape of it better. I don't know, this side is cute. Don't get me wrong, but the shape of this brow is just so much more fierce. And I like that. Okay, just gonna fill in a little bit more here. And I also feel like this gives a more realistic time of how long it takes me to do my full glam, especially when I'm taking the time. I don't have to rush, And then I go in with the brows on top of it with a brow gel. I always need a brow gel in my routine. I don't think I'll ever be a bitch that doesn't do a brow gel. And this is the L'Oreal 24-hour brow lamination. This is one of the best brow gels I have ever used. And I know that I'm probably being repetitive here, but the reason why I like it so much is because you can comb over the brow hairs multiple times in a row and it won't get that like waxy or crunchy kind of feel. And I like that because sometimes, you know, you got to go in and do a couple coats. You got to like separate the brows a little bit better. And I just really like that. L'Oreal is seriously becoming one of my favorite drugstore brands out there lately. Like, I just love their brow products. I love their complexion products. Their mascaras are incredible. I've been using this mascara a lot, the Extensionist, and I really, really love it. And basically that's it for our brows. Sometimes I can take longer time on them. I'm also due for a brow dye. That is essential for me because my brow hairs get very, very blonde in the summer. And now that we're approaching warmer months, this is a situation for me. And I actually use the Just for Men beard dye. You know, it's so funny. A little lore, and I'll tell this while I'm gonna do the rest of my face. I'm going in with the Dezi Skin Agua Fresca, and this is actually my first time using it, but I hear amazing things about it, and I love Dezi Skin in general. Oh, this is a nice thick cream. Wow, where has this been all my life? Desiree, this is a good cream, girl. Wow. I'm really, really liking this. Wow. It's just like thick enough where it's going to be hydrating, but not too thick where my makeup is going to be fucked up. You know what I mean? Because you usually want to let your skincare completely dry before you do your base. But the thing is here, we are going to let it dry a lot because I'm going to go in with eyes. And I have this new Mario palette. Guys, we're already at 7 minutes in, and this is going to be the longest video I probably upload. This palette is gorgeous. This is called Ethereal Eyes, the original, and they don't have shade names. It's just like EE1, EE2. So I'm just going to point to them and show you guys. But we got to prep our eyes. And this has been my favorite concealer right now, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I am in shade medium, for fair medium. And the only problem I have with this concealer is how messy, if you guys can see that, come on, focus. The cap gets so fucking messy when you close it, and I'm really not sure why. I'm going to have to do like a deep clean because I don't understand why it's so messy, but whatever. That's for another day. I'm not going to make this video any longer than it needs to be. And we're going to now go in with my sponge. This is a Patrick Ta sponge, and we are just going to blend this all over the eye, really get in that corner. And I like to blend it up to the brow. God, look at that pimple. It is so annoying. I don't know what the F to do. It is just really there and really not cute for me. I don't love it. I don't love it. I'm actually going to put a little bit of concealer there to kind of cover it up. But I'm liking that. That's looking pretty good. This concealer is just great. I love the coverage. It doesn't crease. I mean, listen, every concealer is going to crease. If you have lines underneath your eyes, it's going to crease. If you're animated, it's going to crease. Everything's going to crease, okay? But this specific formula I found creases the least. Is that the correct English? Creases the least? It creases the least. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know if it is, but we're just going to roll with it. And okay, let's start. We're going to, now this is the first time I'm using this palette, so this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a review slash situation. There is a lot of fallout, as you guys can see. I don't really give a fuck about fallout because I do my eyes first for that reason. Remember back in the day when like fallout was such a big issue? Like people were like, oh my God. And now it's just like, who gives a fuck? Like, seriously, who gives a fuck? And I'm just applying this up. I don't know why my pinky is out like that. I'm just applying this Hello? I'm just applying this up in my crease. You guys probably won't see it because it's very similar to my skin tone, but this will be good because it'll make sure that all that wet concealer is kind of down. You know what I mean? It's kind of not gonna smudge around. It's not gonna be like weird when I try to blend darker colors on it. That's why you always want to do a little transition. I'm gonna go in again just because I have problems. And this video is going to be so fucking long. We're at 10 minutes. But I want to still explain things to you guys, so I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to rush this. We ain't going to rush this. I need my color switch. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I need my color switch. Ah! I didn't have everything on this desk. Okay, color switch. Mo, I'm right here, baby. Guys, Mo is getting teeth pulled tomorrow, and I'm so fucking nervous because we just found out that he has mitral valve disease at B2, and it's always a risk when you have heart issues to go under, and I'm just, oh God, I'm a nervous wreck. I'm a nervous wreck. All right, let's go in with this color. I mean, it's very similar, but this is what I like to do, okay? I like to make sure that we got 1,000 transition shades so that everything looks blended and nice. Oh yeah, you guys can see that. Okay. Okay. And we're just doing windshield wiper motions. If it gets on your lid, it doesn't really matter, but I'm really kind of focusing it in the crease and then blend it up a little bit with that first color we put in. And the same thing over here. Wow, these eyeshadows are pigmented. I was not expecting this color to show up. And it is. It looks really good, actually. Really like it. I'm trying to decide if we should do a matte eye. I mean, last video we did a matte eye, so maybe we'll do a shimmy shim this time. A little shimmy shim. And then we're going to go in with a darker color. I really am loving cool tones. I'm trying to decide if we should cool tone it or if we should do brown. What should we do? What should we do? Okay. I need to fucking decide. I'm gonna take off. This is one of my favorite blending brushes. I don't even know if they make this brush anymore. It is the Smith 230. I don't even know. Is Smith still around? I don't even know. What should we do? I'm trying to decide between this and like that color right there. We'll just do warm because I feel like last video I did cool tone, so let's just keep it warm. And then I'm applying this strictly in that outer corner and kind of just doing circular motions and bringing it a little bit up so that it looks a little bit more cohesive. But these colors are blending beautifully. There is no patchiness going on whatsoever. And if you watched my last video, we had a lot of patchiness going on, and that was not cutesy boots. That was not cutesy wootsy. This eye is my problem eye. It just doesn't blend as good as I would like it to. I don't know why. It's just my problem eye. Ugh. I have a tickle in my throat. My allergies have been so bad. There's a tickle in my throat. All right, blend. And then what I do, well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just do that last. We're going to go in with this darkest color in the palette, dark brown, and do that same exact thing. And just this time, really focusing on that edge. Really focusing it. I love that. Oh, sorry guys. Oh my God, I normally would cut that out, but I can't in this video. Okay, this side. This is my problem side. I fucking hate this side of my eye so much. Why do I feel like this eye just sucks? It sucks, dude. This eye sucks. But it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. All right. We'll work on that more later. Let's move on to the shimmer. These shimmer colors are so pretty. Should we do gold? Wait, that one is so pretty. These are all the shimmer colors. I hold them up to my eye because I kind of want to see what they'll look like. Oh my god, I'm so vibing with the gold. Let's do the gold. I like the gold. Really like the gold. We love the gold in this house. It's so weird because I'm so not used to wearing eyeshadow because like for the longest time it was like clean girl, ugh. And you know, now I want to play with shadows. So let's go on in with this gold. Ooh, it's like a wet formula. Okay. And we're just gonna apply this. Oh god, that is so fucking pretty. I wonder if it'll be better to apply with my fingers. Oh god, I got a clump of eyeshadow there. Yeah, apply these shadows with your fingers because they have kind of like a wet formula. So you definitely want to get the most payout, and that's going to be with your fingies. Oh, I love that. It's very pretty. Oh, look at that. Oh, the shine. It's so nice. And it's not too intense. Like, it's very sparkly. It almost feels like a topper, but it's so pretty. And you can build these up so you can go as dark, as light as you want. So I'm just going to do a second layer on both eyes. And then I'm going to use the brush to really get that inner corner that we have right here. That is so pretty. And then what I do is I go back in with that darker color and kind of just define the area, diffuse it a little bit more. Because sometimes when you go over it with shimmer, it gets rid of it. So just kind of bringing it back. That looks so pretty and subtle. I love it. It's not crazy. This side is a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. It really is a joke. Oh, that looks better. That looks better. It's just like this side just blends so much nicer. I don't know why. I don't know why, and it's really annoying. So then what I do is I take the brush that I used as my transition shade and I go in and I just feather out the edges so that everything blends a little bit better. God, I fucking hate this side. What is happening? Oh, now that looks like ass. Wait, I think we fixed it. We fixed it! Okay, we fixed it. It looks way better. I've always had this problem where one eye just blends so much better than the other. But once we get lashes on and shit, you won't even notice. But listen, hey, I've been doing content for 10 years. I've been doing my makeup for 11 years. It'll be 11 years because I started in May and it's May 1st. 11 years. Wow. But I've been doing my makeup for 11 years and even me, like I still have eyes that give me problems. And it's this fucking eye. All right, let's move on to liner. I'm gonna be using the Teddy Glow liner. This liner is like fucking waterproof. It works so well. And the tip, look at this tip. Come on, focus. It is so fucking small. I love it. And it's very, very black. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna do our liner. We're gonna hold our breath here. I cannot talk and do my liner. So I draw the first line and then I connect it in like that. And then I fill in the blanks. Fill it in. Even it out. Extend it a little bit. I think I saw a video where like Gen Z was trying to say that eyeliner is chuggy, and I'm like, you bitches are chuggy. Okay, and then we just get this over. God, this is like a great liner. If you guys are interested, I have all the products linked down below. There she is. There she is. Let's do the other eye now. And in between, what I like to do is like, I'll take the tip of the felt liner and kind of like wipe off any shadow that's on it. So that way we know we'll have a good start. Okay, we got our line. Then we drag it in, fill in the blanks. And then I like to just kind of connect it and like fan it out a little bit. Are they even? They're pretty fucking even. Wow. I normally don't have luck with that. And fill it in. And that's gonna be the key to getting a good winged liner every effing time. And then I just, oh, we're almost at the 24 mark. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh, I love the way this looks. Actually, let's fan this one out a little bit more. There we go. Okay, I am going to stop and start right now. Hi, we're back. Okay, for lashes, what I've been loving, and actually, you know what? Before we do that, should I add a little bit more darkness? Maybe add a little bit more darkness, like just like right here. Just like, yeah, just a little bit more. Yep. Wait, fuck me. Why, this eye, dude. This eye is gonna be the death of me, but we're good. We're Gucci. If I just bring it up a little bit, that kind of blends it better. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Okay, lashes, sorry. This is a realistic makeup tutorial, guys. This is what I do. These are the Kiss Impress lashes. I freaking love these. They have glue already on them. You apply them underneath your eye, and they're great. They're great, and they last. And it's best to apply it without any mascara on your eye because you want this to stick to your natural lash as best as possible. And then I squeeze them with my fingers because I want them to stick better. And also sometimes if you go in and clamp it, like I'll clamp it at the end when I know that they're actually on there. But sometimes when you do that, it removes the lash. So that's why I use my fingers at first. And go on in, press it down. And then I also will go in with mascara on top of it to like just make them more visible since we have kind of like a thicker liner. Pressing it down. And you want to make sure you're leaving space between your like upper eyelid, that it's not on your upper eyelid, because if you do that, then it's gonna hurt and you're gonna be irritated. It's not gonna feel good and it's not gonna last as good. So now we will clamp, clamp, clamp. And there are our lashes. Let's add a little bit of mascara. This is the L'Oreal Extensionist, just so that you guys can see the lashes a little bit better. And there they are. Very pretty, very natural, not crazy. We're not using a Lily Lash Miami here like I used to do. I need to clamp this one better. Okay. Now it's on. And then sometimes when you add the lashes, sometimes it can make your lash line a little bit funky. So I go in and, or sorry, not your lash line, your eyeliner a little bit funky. So I just kind of go in and fix it. And then we'll do the other eye. The other eye. Clamp it on with our fingies. Go right on in. And you can leave like spaces. You don't have to like stack them so close to each other. But it's really just like up to you. And they have a bunch of different styles. This is called the natural style. And we lay it and press. And then we got one more to add. And sometimes I cut them. It depends like on how big they are or whatever. Like if I want to add a little extra to that inner corner. But these, the way that I kind of have it spaced out right now is pretty good. And then we just clamp them. Clamp, really secure it, and then go in with our mascara. Just add a little bit. Like so. And there are our lashes, guys. I love them. I love them. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just get rid of any shimmer that we have. And I'm also going to clean up the shadow so that it's like perfect with the wing. And then do the same exact thing on this side where the glitter kind of is from the shimmer shade on our lid. And just kind of clean that up. So that way we don't have shimmer underneath our eyes. Oh, I wanted to show you guys one thing that I've been doing. Shit, where is it? Fuck. All right, I gotta get up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I found it though. I found it. This product is so cool. And it's from, oh my God, there's a lash on it. How fucking funny. It's from a brand called Scrandy, and they're pretty popular on TikTok. And the way that the Girly Pop uses it, the owner, she uses it to like help with any darkness that you have underneath your eyes or like any deep set. And it's got like a little bit of shimmer in it. It's actually really, really cool. And I use a brush that kind of looks like this to apply it. And you want to break the barrier. Like you see where my finger kind of like I put my finger in there. It really, really helps. And I'm trying to decide, maybe we'll do it on this side so you guys can see better. But you just add like a little bit of product into where you kind of have those deep set or dark circles. And like you can kind of tell the difference in the darkness and the lightness. Like the darkness looks so much better than compared to like this side where I have a little bit more of that blue. You know what I mean? Like it kind of gets rid of that. and it looks really good. This is a new addition to my makeup routine that I've been adding and loving. And it is shimmery, but it doesn't matter because you kind of need that reflex to get rid of those darkness. And you could also color correct, like you could use blue, or sorry, you could use red if you have blue. You could use a pink if you have like orange. So there's other ways that you could color correct. But I've been liking this because the formula is very thin and it just makes a difference. Like, I notice a difference. It may be very subtle on camera, but in real life, I really see a difference. So I'm trying to decide here, like, what foundation I want to use. And I'm like tempted because I do want this to be like using my favorite products, even though like the Makeup by Mario, listen, this is my first time using it, but I fucking love it. It looks so good on the eyes. Like, I love it. And it's simple. You know what I mean? It's a simple eye. We're not doing a fucking cut crease with 12 different colors, glitter in the cut crease. We ain't doing that, okay? But I'm debating on what I should use because I have two favorite foundations right now, and it's between the Maybelline and the Natasha. The Natasha is so fucking good. It's so good. But I know a lot of you guys wanted me to start using more drugstore. So we'll just fuck it. We'll just use drugstore. But hey, that Natasha foundation is incredible. It's my fucking favorite. But this is also one of my favorites. So I'm going to mix two colors because I'm kind of in between colors right now. This is the Maybelline Superstay, and I'm mixing 118 and 220 on the back of my hand. So we're going to, I have the black eyeliner here. So guys, this black eyeliner is like so fucking good. It is so good. All right, let's make sure we have it wiped off. You want to shake this foundation because it's kind of like a serum-y, lightweight foundation with the best coverage. And I'm going to do one pump on the back of my hand and a pump of the lighter color. And we mix it. Mixy, mixy, mixy. I try to get off any of the excess. And then I apply my foundation in a very specific way recently. So I take this flat brush. This is the Morphe M109. And I apply it like this on my face at first. I need to see what I'm doing here. Okay, it's in my hair. Lovely. I apply it like this at first, and then I go in with another brush and kind of tap it out because you can apply it in swiping motions at first as long as you finish with tapping motions. So you can swipe, just tap it out. So then we take, what brush should we take? I think we'll take this Morphe brush. This is the Morphe 104.5. Sounds like a radio station. And then we just tap this into the skin. The coverage is fucking beautiful. It is so lightweight. It doesn't even feel like you're wearing foundation, which I love about this foundation. And it's affordable. Who doesn't love affordable? Who doesn't love cat hair? And then we take this and start to do our forehead. Since I do my brows first, I tried to go as close to my brows as possible. And then I'll swipe it in, or blend it in rather. Go as close to the brow as possible. And I've got some breakouts going on, so you guys will really be able to see how well this foundation works. And I need a little bit more on my schnoz. And we will just blend this in. Blend it on the sides here. Blend it up. Blend it into the brow. And you want to make sure you're pushing this into your hairline. You can always go in with a makeup wipe, like if you're a blonde and you know, even brunette, like you can always go in with a makeup wipe and remove it, but to get the most seamless application, you need to be pushing this into your hairline. Like that's a non-negotiable. And then I'll just add whatever is left on my hand to my neck to blend it in more. There's a fucking cat hair. It never ends with these fucking cat hairs. It really never ends. And then I don't really bring my foundation too close underneath my eyes because I kind of let the concealer do its job. And if your concealer and like under eye is creasing, it's probably because you have too much product underneath your eyes as well. So I kind of leave it like this, but look at how good that coverage is. That coverage is amazing. I love it. It's great. Great coverage. Really, 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 really great. And it's so lightweight. So lightweight. I swear I feel a cat hair, but I don't know. Oh, I see it. Fucker. I see it. I got it. I got it. I have this new makeup case thing that closes on your brush so that the cat hairs don't go in there, but fuck, they're inevitable. They are inevitable. Like fucking Thanos. Literally. Okay. Now, it's time for the rest of our face. And a cream bronzer that I've been loving that I think is like absolutely amazing is this one from Milani. And it is the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer. And I'm using the shade 110 Honey. And this is what it looks like. And I take this brush. This is a BK Beauty 109 brush. I tap it in. Listen, tap it in and then tap it into the back of your hand so that the brush is fully saturated. And I go back and forth and do that a bunch of times. And then we go in, we start high, guys, because if you start too low, you won't be able to blend it. You won't be able to blend it downwards. And if you start like right here, it's going to be muddy and it's also going to leave like a harsh line. So starting high and bringing it low is the best way to do this, in my humble opinions. Oh, it goes on like butter. It goes on like butter. Goes on like butter. Goes on like butter. It's so good. It's way better than that hung one that we used in the last video. I don't know what the fuck happened in that video. Everything looked so cakey and streaky. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Even the eyeshadow wasn't working. That video was a fucking mess. It literally was a mess. And then we get our forehead. Bring it up into the hairline, sides of the temples. Into the hairline we go. And then I just lightly tap it down so that it blends better. Obviously, I have a decent amount on this side, so we need to blend it more. But once we add our powder too, everything will come together. And then I like to get underneath my chin. You don't need to do this. And the back of your ears, this is gonna really help define that, or like right underneath your ear, not the back of your ears. But this is gonna help define your jawline. That's why I like doing it. Really, really, really helps define shit. We will define. And then now I'm going to switch and get prepped for our nose contour. I use the Luxie. Are they still around? Jesus Christ. The Luxie brush. And I contour only the bottom part of my nose because I'm pretty happy with the top part. And then I kind of button it off at the bottom there. Button it off. We let that sit. We're gonna let that sit and move on to blush. One of my favorite blushes. The favorite of favorites. The best in the biz. You know her, you love her. Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Piggy. She's my girl. I love that color. And then I have a lot of blush on this brush right now, so I'm just trying to get it off on the back of my hand. Oh, and some lovely cat hair came off with it. We love that. And then, so I push it up. This is a Rare Beauty blush brush, and it's specifically meant for like creams and stuff like that, so that's why I really like it. And then I start my blush high, very high, and then bring it down, and I bring it underneath my eyes to color correct and make sure that that concealer is gonna blend beautifully with it. So yes, trust the process. I know this looks fucking nuts right now, but this is how you do it. This is how we do it. Watch me get copyright claimed for that. There was one time I think I was singing Born This Way in a video and they copyright claimed it. I was like, what the fuck? And it was like 2 sentences. Okay. I add a lot of blush. You don't need to add as much blush as me, but I feel happy. It does something to me. It really does something to me. Guys, it does something to me. This is how we do it. Sorry, guys, I have to answer this text. Probably be done. Okay, now we go in with our concealer and we want to apply it lower than you normally would, okay? Because if you apply it too high and underneath your lash line, it is not going to be able to blend out. There's nowhere for it to go. It's just sitting there. You know what I mean? There's nowhere for it to go, nowhere for it to marinate. And I really only focus it in these corners. And then, of course, we got to add our concealer line. Let that sit, and we'll go right on in. Let it sit, let it sit. We must let this shit sit. Okay, now we can blend it out. I'm trying to, like, not make this the longest video I've ever uploaded, but it probably will be. Oh, and we're about to die. Hang on. Hi, I'm back. Okay, now we're gonna blend it in. And I start with the sides of my nose, bringing it down, getting up into this crease here, and then blend it out like that. Look at how good that blends with the blush. Like, it's flawless. It's flawless every fucking time. And then I always like to take whatever's on my blender and kind of bring it to the mustache area, because sometimes I get a little bit of darkness there. And we're just going to do that same exact thing and blend it out. Blend it out. I just talked about getting copyright claimed and now I'm doing this. All right, so then whatever is left on your sponge from that concealer, I take to clean up the contour line. Do the same thing over here. Just makes it sharp. And we love that. We love a sharp contour line. We love. Okay, we're looking really good. I'm just gonna blend some of this in more. We're looking good. Now it's time to do what we need to do with our nose contour. And the reason why I like this Patrick Ta sponge so much is because it has flat edges, which is like perfect for the nose contour. So I just go up and down like this. Switch sides to blend better. Bring it up. And then again, whatever is left on this sponge, I take to blend out the sides of the nose contour. We're contoured. How you like dem apples? I like dem apples a lot, actually. And then for powder, even if you have dry skin, guys, you need to be setting your face. Like, that is a non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Huda Beauty. This is Cherry Blossom something or other. Cherry Blossom Cake. I actually cut the, I don't know if you guys can even tell, I cut the fabric that's in there because I want more powder to come out and it was driving me nuts, so I cut the powder. Or cut the powder. I cut the fucking, what is the fucking fabric? Hello? All right, and then we tap it in. We're gonna go 2 rounds of this. Tap this shit in, blend out any creasing that may have formed, and then we go right on in and set this shit. You want to set your under eye. And if you have dry skin, I highly recommend setting with a powder puff because, oh my God, I have it in my eye. Because that shit is just gonna make sure it doesn't crease, and it's also gonna make sure that it's not too much powder, especially if you apply it in the way that I do, where it's like the tapping. Same exact thing. Blend out any creases. Go right on in and set that shit. Set that shit. Set it. And then whatever is left, I take on my smile lines. Oh my God, I didn't put foundation underneath my lip. What the fuck am I doing? And then I set over here. Gotta set the nose a little bit, so that everything is beautifully blended. And then I'm also going to set my forehead because I do now get oily on my forehead ever since I stopped birth control and had the miscarriages. My hormones are like, hello. All right, now we're gonna take a big fluffy brush. This is from Rare Beauty. I'm gonna tap off the excess and we're just gonna go in and tap off more and set the rest of our face, because all that cream product needs to be set. Otherwise it's gonna slip, slide around and not look good. It's gonna look muddy when you try to add your powders on top of it. So we are all set. And now it's time for bronzer. You guys should see this desk. It's a mess. There's shit everywhere. All right, bronzer. My favorite bronzer right now is from Rare Beauty. It's the Sun Blaze. Open it up. And this is the Soft Matte Powder Bronzer in the shade Sun Blaze. And this is an Anissa blush. This is actually a brush. Oh my God. This is an Anissa brush, and it's actually the tapered highlighting brush, but I really like it for bronzer. And you notice I'm doing the same thing, tapping it into the back of my hand so that the brush is fully coated, and we start high and work low. Start high, go low. And the same thing up here. Gotta do the other cheek. Start high, then go low. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we get our chin, underneath our chin, our neck, everything, anywhere, all at once. Is that a book or something, or a movie? I don't know. And then I'm gonna bring a little bit back to the nose with our contour, but not a lot. Not a lot, because I love the way that this looks right now. And then blush. I've been using and loving this REM blush. It's called Pinking of You. It's matte. The color is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. We're gonna use our brush and tap onto the back and apply. And we're keeping this very high up, guys. We're not gonna be dragging it. It's such a good color. It is such a good fucking color. It's perfect in every way. Doop, a little bit on the nose, but it is such a good color. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. All right, enough's enough, Nicole. You gotta stop. But I can't stop. But I need to, but I can't. And then for highlighter, I just like to bring like a creamy, liquidy, not liquidy, more cream highlighter to bring a little bit, because we're looking really matte right now. So I go in with this NYX. This is the Buttermelt Stick. And I've been loving this in the color Big Melt Energy. And this is what it looks like. And I just take my finger, and you see it's like, it's very like clear, which I like. And I tap a little bit of it off on the back of my hand, and then I go in and add it. And it's going to be very subtle, guys, but I like that. I want it to be subtle. I don't want it to be like I have a fucking streak of highlighter on my face, you know? Like, that's very, very subtle. And the other side, yeah. You see? It's very pretty. Very subtle. A little bit to the nose. Just the tip, though. Just the tip. Get it? God, I'm 5 years old. Okay. I want more blush. Stop. I need to stop. Let's do our lower lash. And there's powder everywhere on my desk. I'm just going to take like a little bit of brown. First, a light brown shade. And apply that. Like you see, very light. And for this, when you're working, if you have foundation on, you want to make sure you're tapping off the excess, because this Makeup by Mario palette has a lot of fallout. And then I'm going to take that darker color and smudge this outer lower corner and just kind of leave it at that. Same thing over here. Just kind of leave it at that. Yeah. And then we're going to take, I have a specific brush that I love for, yes, this. This is a Morphe E19. They definitely don't even make it anymore, but I love this for adding shimmer like right underneath the eye. And I'm a little bit nervous because there was a lot of fallout. So we're going to just keep that right here, the shimmer color. And we're not going to do a lot because I don't want fallout, but make sure you're tapping off any excess and then just go right on in. This is kind of like my signature move where I kind of leave the outer corner matte and then the inner corner the shimmer shade. And do the same thing over here. Don't mind the face that I'm making. That looks so good. This eyeshadow palette is fire. Okay, love that. And then now we're gonna put some mascara on. This is the Extensionist. And I just add like a little bit on the ends. I don't go crazy because I don't like the look of like baby doll under eyelashes, but that's just a personal preference. You could do whatever you want. Added too much there. Nothing a little fake nail can't fix. Spread out, you little bitch. Whatever. Whatever. There we go. There we go. All right. Now let's move on to lips. And I'm going to take off all of this fucking foundation because I hate the way that feels. And get that off. I fucking hate it. My favorite lip liner is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil Extreme. This black packaging, not the tan wooden packaging, because this shit will stay in place forever. And I'm using the color Anywhere Caffeine, and I start first with like McDonald's arches. And then I connect the middle so that it has the appearance of a more puffy pout. And I follow my natural lip line down. I only overline the top, like, Cupid's bow area. Same thing over here. I think this side needs to be a little bit more overlined. And then I don't, oh my God, I just fucked up. Look at that. I don't really overline my lower lip because I don't love that look. But because I just fucked up, I kind of have to now. Come on. There we go. There we go. And then I add like little taps all over my lip like this so that shit just kind of blends a little bit better. And then I've been loving these Tatcha melting lip balms. I have 2 other colors that I haven't tried. So I'm very curious about this brown color. See how it looks? But this pink one is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, let's see. It's kind of like a nude. So let's see how it looks on here. I don't think that's going to be dark enough. Okay, we'll just use my other. It's so good though. Oh my God, they're so good. They're so fucking good. I'm just going to use my other fave right now. This is the Jelly Job from NYX. And this is in the shade Jelly Blushin'. It's perfect in every way. I love it. It's like a baby pink. It's so good, guys. It's so good. And the applicator is silicone, which I like because sometimes, you know, when you like wear like a lighter lip gloss, but your liner is darker, and if it's on like that fuzzy applicator, sometimes the color can come off on that applicator and then fucks with the product color. I like that that doesn't happen with this because it's a silicone. And then I just take off any extra. And then for our, what should we do? For our setting spray, I go in with 2 setting sprays. I go in first with the One Size Powder Melt. This is a hydrating setting spray. And I focus it on the outer part of my face where I'm not really oily. Okay, like just kind of like, I don't really hit the center because the center of my face, like the center of my forehead, is where I get oily. So I kind of do that, and I'm gonna just hold my hand here so I can get a little bit closer to the face, like to areas where I want it to be. And then once that dries, I go in with my fucking favorite. This is the L'Oreal 3-Second Mist Infallible Setting Spray, one of my favorites. Seriously, I think this is like my favorite setting spray, actually, because it makes your makeup last all fucking day. I'm just gonna let this dry before we apply the other setting spray on. Love. Oh, I love this makeup look. It looks so good. And then we're gonna go in now with this, and you wanna, you know, hold it far away, and I'm gonna go crazy. Wait, hello? There we go. Hold your breath because it fucking stinks, but it's so good. It's so effing good. And it dries really fast. I guess that's why it's 3 seconds. This is our finished look, guys. What do we think? I'm just sharpening up. Just sharpening up. And then a little bit of blushy, a little bit more blushy. This is our finished look. This is a fully unedited makeup tutorial with my favorite products, and I love this. Let me know if you guys want this to be like a series on my, hello, hair, get away, series on my channel, because I could always do this. I mean, it's easy enough and I don't have to edit, so it's very nice. But also, like, I could do like a realistic like 15-minute makeup routine unedited, or like a realistic 5-minute makeup routine unedited. So let me know if that's something that you guys want to see down below. But I love the way this came out. I really love the eyes. We were having a little bit of problem with this eye, but I feel like it came out pretty good in the end. So yeah, I love this. I actually had a lot of fun doing this, and it kind of forced me to like move a little bit quicker, even though this video is probably a fucking hour long, maybe even longer, but I love it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something, and I hope I was like educational at least, but I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, we're cutting it now. Bye.